Hi everybody, Joel Kennedy with Kennedy Violins. Okay, so today's play-along song is "O Come Little Children" from Suzuki Book 1. And remember, every week we just throw the dart at the dartboard back here and it selects what piece we're gonna play. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna throw the dart and we're gonna find out what the song is for next week. And we have Suzuki Book 1 through 5 up on the dartboard. And once we run out of those, we'll put some other books up there. We'll play some songs. Okay, so "O Come Little Children." Okay, and that's about it. Okay, so now I'm going to play the exact same thing, but I'm going to play it with the metronome, so you have some idea how the metronome fits with the piece. And then we'll talk about the song a little bit of, some helpful hints and tips and whatnot. Okay, so let's turn the metronome on. I have the metronome on 91. That's 91 beats per minute. So that's the quarter note going by. Quarter, 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 quarter. Okay, and that's about it. Okay, so now I'll just mention a few things about the song that perhaps will help you practice it. Okay, so remember in Suzuki, they're always trying to introduce slightly new things in every song. So every song is just a little bit harder than the others, or you learn something new, and it just makes you a little bit better player every time you play a new song. So, "O Come Little Children." So the key signature is 3 sharps, right? That is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp. Now that's the key of A major, okay? So what does that mean for our left hand? Okay, so it means that we're gonna have a 1 on the E that's not in the natural position. So remember, on the violin, the natural position for the first finger is in the same exact spot on every string except for the E. So G, D, A, the natural position on the E is actually here towards the nut. But we're gonna play it in the same spot as the rest of the strings, and that makes it an F sharp. So, okay, so that's one of our F sharps. So then we also have C sharps. That means we're gonna have a high second finger on the A string, right? So a low second finger would be a C natural, higher second finger next to the third finger, that makes it a C sharp. Low, so C natural, C sharp. C sharp. Okay, and really that's the only fingers that we have to worry about in this piece. Now we have a G sharp, but in the key signature, but we don't actually play a G sharp, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we're in the time signature of 2/4. That means we have 2 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. So every time that metronome goes by, that's a quarter note. Da 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 da. So remember, there's 2 eighth notes per quarter note. So every time the metronome goes by, we're gonna play 2 eighth notes. Okay, so one thing that's kind of interesting about this piece is that it doesn't start on the downbeat, right? So if you were to visualize your downbeat, this would be the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but we also have an upbeat, right? Down, up. Okay, so down, down. Now if I was to vocalize the upbeat, it would look like this. Up, 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 okay? So the beginning of this piece actually starts on an upbeat. Now most all of the songs in Suzuki start on a downbeat, like da, 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 or dee da 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 da. Okay, but this one starts on the offbeat. So when you get your metronome going, you're gonna start on the upbeat. So da 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 da. And remember, the rests that we have are eighth rests, not quarter rests. Okay, so remember, 2 eighth notes equal a quarter note. So if I was to beat out the first part of this song, it's like this: up, down, dun 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 dun, rest, dun 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 dun, 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 rest, dun, dun, dun. So just remember that upbeat, that's how you know when to come in. Okay, now in terms of dynamics, it starts off with mezzo forte, medium loud, and then it goes to a piano on the end of the first line, okay? Then it goes to a forte, loud, on the last line, okay? And then we have those little alligators, right, that tell us to get louder and louder and louder and louder. So our first little alligator is in the third line, starting in the second measure. That tells us to go from a piano to get louder, and then finally we get our loudest, the second measure of the last line, which is forte, okay? And the last three notes of the song, I would suggest that you do those two first fingers up bow, because otherwise the piece will end on a up bow, and it's best to end the piece on a down bow. So I would do up, up, down. So from that third finger, it's going to be up, down. So, okay, the other little thing that I'll mention really quick is, if you're really, really new to the violin, which you probably are if you're practicing this song, is you should practice it with the open E's first, okay? So you'll notice in the music, they give you the option of playing an open or a four. Remember, a fourth finger on the A is the same pitch as an open E. So fourth finger on the A is an E, same as your open E. So you can play that open E with a fourth finger or an open E. So I would suggest to play, for pitch purposes, to practice it with the open E. So you get that in your ear, then practice it with the fourth finger to practice playing that fourth finger in tune. So if I was to play the first line, I would do... So, good. Then after you get that in your ear, E, okay? Then use your fourth finger. Okay? So, that's just a little helpful hit, because a lot of times as beginners, when we play the fourth finger, we play it a little bit low. It's not high enough. So practice it with the open E, get it in your ear so you know what it sounds like, then play it with the fourth finger. Okay, so now it's time to throw the dart and find out what our song for next week is. Okay, so we have our dart. Let's throw it. Hopefully we won't harm any small creatures that might be wandering around the premises, and we'll see what our next song for next week is. Okay, here we go. Whoa, that was destructive. Okay, so we have Book 4, Concerto number 5, third movement, sights. Okay, so we're going from book 1 to book 4. Cool. All right, so we have a lot harder piece next week. So for you more advanced players, it might be a piece that you are interested in. Okay, so guys, I hope this video helped for everybody who may have needed some help with this particular song. And with that, I hope you guys have a good time practicing. Don't forget to subscribe and to like the video. I make these videos a lot, so you might as well subscribe and hit that little alert bell. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good time practicing and have a great day.